A very good morning to you. It is another Friday, another show, and of course another month. Welcome to New People Media Center. I am your host, Fiona Jael. Today we have a guest with us, a Comboni Provincial Superior in Kenya. We have a lot to ask him and of course a lot to learn from him. Stay with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Fiona.
How are you?
I am well.
You're set?
I'm set.
Okay, we have a lot to ask you today. And maybe you can start with telling us your name and where you come from.
Yeah, I'm called Austin Radol, a Comboni missionary priest, a Kenyan, born around the lake region, from Rarieda exactly. Yes.
Oh, so I understand that you are the Comboni Provincial Superior in Kenya. When did you start serving this post?
I started on the 1st of January 2017.
So how has been the experience? How has the journey been all through?
Well, it was to me a new experience because I've never been a provincial before. But this journey has been challenging, interesting at the same time, because it is a journey in which you have to deal with colleagues to chart the way forward with them.
Who are these Comboni missionaries?
Well, in Kenya, we have 44 juridical members, Comboni missionary brothers and priests. And they work in different parts of the country and in different apostolates.
Who founded the missionary?
Now, Comboni Missionaries was founded by an Italian priest who was called Comboni himself. He was born in 1831 and later on became a priest and came to Africa as a missionary. So he was in Africa, in Sudan and Egypt, and also became a bishop of Central Africa Vicariate. No? But he died young in 1881 in Khartoum and was buried there. Before his death, he found that the work he was doing was a lot, and he had to have a group that could carry on with that work even after his death. So he founded two congregations. The one is of the Comboni Missionaries, that is Verona Fathers, which was founded in 1867. And then 5 years later, he founded the congregation of the Comboni Missionary Sisters.
What is the charism of now the Comboni Missionary? What do they stand for as a whole?
Yeah, a charism is a special, or we can say extraordinary gift that God gives a certain human being for a certain purpose. Yeah, so Comboni himself, he had a heart for Africa. He had an immense love for the people of Africa because they were the poorest and most abandoned in those days, and nobody was caring about them. And so Comboni had got this immense love that stems from the pious heart of Jesus. And so this is the charism that we love the people, and this love stems from the love of God himself manifested in Jesus. But then this love is lived in a specific way, shown to the poorest and most abandoned people. And if you see the Comboni missionaries where we work in very remote areas, places where maybe other missionaries do not go easily.
When did the Comboni missionaries started in Kenya, and why not any other place but in Kenya?
Officially, we started working here in 1974. And during that time, you know, Combonis have been in South Sudan, South Sudan, Egypt, and also Uganda. Since long time ago, Uganda, they started in 1904. But then in the 70s, there was kind of a problem in Uganda. Idi Amin, a dictator, was the president.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a big threat to send away the missionaries. And so, in order to remain in the area and also to continue the work, they decided that let us see what happens in Uganda, but let us also open in Kenya, such that we can even work in Kenya, but wait, when the condition is good, we can also come back to Uganda.
Where are these missionaries working in Kenya now?
When the Comboni Missionaries came, they started in different places. The first place was West Pokot and also Ukambani, Machakos Diocese. Then the expansion now started. From Machakos, also the missions were opened in Muranga, and then several in Nakuru Diocese and Eldoret Diocese. No? Yeah, and then later, then we also opened in Marsabit. Now, as you know, we work with the poorest and most abandoned. After empowering people, we also move. So we have closed all our missions in Ukambani, our missions in Nakuru, our missions in Muranga. Now we are remaining with the very remote areas. We are remaining with Marsabit, Lodwar Diocese, and the Kitale Diocese, especially in Pokot land, yeah, in West Pokot. But we are also here in Nairobi. In Nairobi, we have two parishes whereby we serve mainly the people in the urban setup, in the informal settlements. That is around Kariobangi, Korogocho, there, Embakasi. We have two missions the other side. And then we have formation houses, because we have to think also about the future. So we have in Nairobi 3 formation houses. The first stage is in Ongata Rongai, it's called the Postulancy, where the students study philosophy. Then they go to either Lusaka, Zambia, or Namugongo for what we call novitiate, like a spiritual year. After that is when now they go for the studies of theology or specialization for the brothers. Now in Nairobi we have a house for the brother candidates. They are already professed, they are members, but now they are specializing in their professions. Then we have the scholastics. These are priesthood candidates who are now studying theology.
You've said that you've closed now at the other areas
Yeah.
like Nakuru. So what happens after now you're done with closing everything? I'm assuming now at one point you will be done maybe with your work in Pokot, in Nairobi. So what happens after that?
Well, the mission will never end. Because the missionaries will always be needed. Yeah, and we can also be present in dioceses where they have priests and so on, but we have to offer some qualified services like peace and justice, all these things. And you will always find that missionaries are needed. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So what are your future plans for the Comboni Missionaries as a whole in Kenya?
At the Comboni Missionaries in Kenya, our main aim now the local church is taking root. But ours is now to give the support to the local church. We are no longer the protagonists, that we are the ones doing things, but we help. We collaborate with the local church in order to give quality services, but also to give witness, missionary witness. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for honoring our invite.
Okay.
We have learned a lot from you, and I hope you have learned a lot too. That is all we had for today. Meet me same place, same time, but a different day. I was your host, Fiona Giles. Enjoy the rest of your day.